and welcome to the Bourbon Blondes. I'm Lori.
And I'm Amber.
And today we're going to be sharing with you some bourbon cocktails that you can use for your Super Bowl party. So, I'm going to start. And when I think about Super Bowl, I think about beer. I'm not a big beer drinker, but there is a time and a place, and football parties are when I gravitate towards beer. So this is actually going to be a bourbon and beer cocktail, believe it or not. So I hope you like it. My husband sure did. He's not a beer drinker, but he wanted 3 of these the other day when we were taste testing these. So check this out. You're gonna love it. Okay, first of all, we are going to take a shaker. There it is. And we're gonna fill this with ice. And we're gonna put 2 ounces of bourbon. This is gonna make 2 cocktails. So we're gonna put 2 ounces of bourbon in this. And I chose Rebel Yell. Why? Because it's very economical, not very expensive, but surprisingly good. Anyways, so 2 ounces of Rebel Yell.
And is this more of like a sweet bourbon, or what are the undertones with this one? Because I'm imagining beer, so what do you mix with beer?
That's a good question. I have not really thought about undertones of Rebel Yell. It's just good. Do you want to taste them? Just taste it. And
Sure.
You tell me what you think.
Sure.
Got a bourbon glass around here?
I do.
You taste it. And tell me what you taste and smell, and I'll keep building this. All right, so next we've got a 1/2 ounce of fresh squeezed lemon juice. What do you think?
It's not sweet. It's very smooth though, so it's like a perfect mixer because there's nothing that's jumping out that's saying like, oh, this is going to really change dramatically the taste of any cocktail. So if you were going to do something, fruity, and you didn't want it to be too harsh, this would be very smooth. Or if you're doing something with beer, this isn't too sweet, that's going to change the taste.
It doesn't have an overwhelming presence on its own, but it's good. It's hard to explain. So a 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, and then a teaspoon of honey, and 2 dashes of aromatic bitters. Then we're going to shake that up. You want to make sure that you get the honey all dissolved, because it's all goopy in there. You don't want to keep it. All right. So then, it did goop. Just a little bit. All right, then we're gonna take our strainer.
And what a fun drink when you're having a party. Anytime somebody's shaking that shaker, it just, it's like cocktail. It's just a fun
cocktail time.
Creates the atmosphere of, ooh, something's cool is happening.
As I said, and then you top it off with pretty much any pilsner or lager beer. Doesn't really matter. Whatever your preference is, it'll work fine. I don't know how this would be with like a stout or something, but feel free to try it.
And you put the whole beer in.
The whole beer in.
Okay.
So beware, because if you have people at your Super Bowl party and they're used to just drinking beer, they're getting a shot of whiskey with every beer. So keep that in mind. It could be a little dangerous. But like I said, my husband is not a beer drinker and he loved these. So,
Thank you.
easy as that.
How fun. Cheers.
To your next Super Bowl party. See if everybody loves this one. What do you think?
There's a lot of different things happening here because I can taste the beer, but it's very like it's almost like you're buying a specialty beer. Because I do taste the beer, but I taste all the other ingredients. So it's like, wow. I feel like if I served this to somebody, they would say, "This is an amazing beer. What is this?"
Right. It's not just your no-name pilsner anymore. It becomes something different. But it is beer forward. I mean, it tastes like a beer. It's still got the carbonation. It's not so mixed with everything else that it flattens it.
If you're not a beer drinker, I do feel like you would be okay with this. Like it is beer forward, but it's not like, oh, I'm drinking beer. Like, ugh.
Yeah. It's good. It's refreshing with the lemon, and it brings a little sweetness with the honey, and then just an added extra kick with the bourbon.
This is the Super Bowl winner, I'd say.
Yes. Awesome.
Great job.
Thanks. Enjoy. So, what are you making for us today for the Super Bowl?
So I'm gonna do a bourbon punch. I don't know about you, but when we have a Super Bowl party, people just show up.
Yep.
Lots of folks, and so it's good to have something out on the table. They can help themselves, and I don't have to be the bartender all night, and I can enjoy myself too.
Good idea.
So you will need to start with a punch bowl, and then the bourbon that I have chosen is Basil Hayden. And the reason I have chosen this is it's not as high proof, so folks can drink this throughout the night and not get too intoxicated. It's an 80 proof. It's also a little bit more cost effective. It's gonna be anywhere around the $40 to $50 dollar amount depending on where you live. So in Michigan, it's probably around $43. It's very light, smooth, and sweet. So it's very good for mixing. So we are going to start with 1.5 cups, and this should serve about 8 to 9 people. And you could always double the recipe if you're having a lot of people at your party.
Yeah, I think most punch bowls are gonna be pretty big, so you could easily double this recipe and fill your standard punch bowl.
All right, so next we are going to add sweet vermouth, and we will put 1/2 cup. So next we are going to add some bitters, and with this I have some here in our jar. You can use any bitters from your local grocery store, and you're gonna put 10 dashes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. To balance that out, we wanna add some sugar. So we will put 1/3 cup of sugar.
You don't need to heat this up or anything?
No, you can start stirring because you do want to get it to dissolve the best you can, just to, get it sweetened.
Okay.
So I have my whisk here, but we're going to add some more ingredients to sweeten it up too. So we are also going to put some ground cinnamon. So I would put about 1/2 teaspoon.
Do you want me to keep stirring this
Sure.
while you're doing it?
That'd be great.
It'll help dissolve it.
So now we are going to put in some orange liqueur. We will do about 1/4 cup.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I'm gonna use the same measuring cup. have the sugar in it and get that extra sweetness out of there. Okay, and then after that, we'll put a half a cup of some tart cherry juice.
Do you get that at your local grocery store?
I did. I got it at Meijer.
Okay.
They have all different varieties, but it's really important to get the tart.
The tart one, okay.
A cup of this.
Isn't that really very healthful? When people buy that and just like drink it for the health benefits. You could call this a healthy drink.
I love cranberry juice, but I also prefer to have it mixed with like raspberry or grape, because tart, it's pretty tart.
Super tart. You can
But you're
pretend
right.
it's a healthful drink.
It is healthy though. It is good
You
for
can tell your guests that. They may or may not believe it.
And then we need to add
When it's all mixed together,
our club soda.
it's not really punchy unless it's got some fizz to it, right? The punch that we grew up with as kids, that was like 7-Up and that like weird ring of frozen orange. What was that? Like an orange, like ring of sherbet. This is the grown-up version of that.
Is this back in the 80s?
Yes, of course it was.
All right, so we got that. We've got our club soda. We're gonna stir it some more. And again, I did a small version because it's just Lori and I. But when you're having a big party, you can double, triple this recipe if you need to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now we're gonna put in the ice.
You put it right in the punch bowl?
Right in there,
Okay.
yep. And then of course you want it to be pretty, because you're having a party.
Sure.
So you gotta put your orange slices.
Oh yeah, it's not a punch without some beautiful orange slices in there. It's gotta have a nice garnish.
And then we will also put, if I can find them, cinnamon sticks. Just toss a couple in there. And it is ready to serve to your guests.
That looks delicious. I can't wait to try this.
Now you can put out your red Solo cups, totally fine. Lori and I today though, we are going to have happy hour.
Yes!
There is no pappies in our punch,
No.
but it's always
We
fun
don't
to
put
have
happy in a punch.
a fun cup to drink your punch out of.
Totally fun.
So if you want to bring it over. Would you like more?
No, okay. Sure, a little more. Thank you.
Then you can leave your ladle right in there and guests can help themselves.
All right. Cheers. Smells nice.
Ooh, that is good. Your guests will be coming back.
That
is good. Your guests will definitely be coming back. You will have an empty punch bowl at the end of the night, I guarantee.
That is good. I'm saving this one. Absolutely. This is going to be on my next party list.
And it doesn't
For
just
sure.
have to be for the Super Bowl. When you have a
No.
large group of people coming over, you can utilize this anytime.
No, absolutely. It does have a wintry feel to it with the orange and the other spice of the cinnamon. It gives me a warm, cozy feeling, but yeah, this is really good. Great for a party. Awesome. Good job. I like it.
Thank you. It's very refreshing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hope the best team wins.
Yeah. Good luck. Enjoy this for the Super Bowl. May the best team win.
And remember to like and subscribe below to join us for our next episode.
And remember, a woman always knows her limits.
But she also knows she has none.